Hello, everyone. Let's see. It's September 24th. Welcome to Barely Necessities, our live discussion of Disney merchandise here at Laughing Place. I'm Rebecca Mosley, the site's co-founder, and Rebecca Burbank, our site manager, is here to discuss the latest and greatest merchandise.
Yes, we are. How are you doing this week?
I'm doing okay. It is hot here. We are under record-breaking heat for this time of year, so I am moving at half speed.
Oh. Well, it's overcast and chilly. Well, not chilly, but chillier than the weekend was hot. And then now it's just like kind of starting to get that fall weather. So I'm very happy about that.
It's currently 95 and getting ready to get a little bit hotter before it cools off.
No.
So it's kind of wild to be throwing up merchandise like this for me. Disney and Columbia's outdoor collection. What can you share with us about this, Becca?
Yeah, this is a new pattern and a new series of apparel that's available to the Columbia club members. And this is also going to be available to everyone starting tomorrow. And select styles are coming to Disney Store tomorrow.
Wow.
So yeah, I have a Columbia ski jacket from years ago and it still held up. I love it. It's perfect for cold weather because it definitely keeps you warm. But like with these, you get that added fun of like the Mickey ears and then like the Mickey design on the inside. So this whole entire outdoor club collection is super, super fun.
Oh, hi, Bloom. Hi, Austin. Thanks for stopping by. So this is coming to the Disney Store. So if you're someone who wants to wait for it to make its way over there because you're not a Columbia sports member, here it comes. It's just so cute, Mickey with the little.
Yeah, I love that. And there's fleece items as well. So if the jacket is like too heavy for you and you just want something a little bit lighter and more for the fall weather, this is perfect. And
A little retro look there too.
I love it.
Over at Tokyo Disney Resort, they are celebrating an anniversary.
Yes, the odd number 23rd anniversary of their 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea attraction. But Tokyo Disney, they do the resort itself. They have the best merchandise, even when they're celebrating anniversaries that you're like, really, the 23rd? Why not? I love what we have here.
Aww.
This is also I love the colors. I love the look. I love the aesthetic. Oh my gosh, who wouldn't want a Mickey keychain that looks like that?
I love the fun spin on, Disney company having started in 1923 and that having been a focus last year. So kind of pulling that number out for this line of merchandise. Such a clever way to make it feel like a more relevant anniversary. But as you say, the aesthetic on these is adorable, and I would take any piece of this merchandise home. I love Donald in the diving bell helmet there, and Mickey's kind of, to me, steampunk little goggle hat there as well. And one thing that I really wish would come to the US from Tokyo, these drawstring bags.
So I'm like, is it something that you put? Okay, yes. Let me sound ignorant here. Obviously, I know that you can use a drawstring bag for a lot of different things, but this isn't like a backpack. It's just like a mini drawstring bag, right?
Yeah.
So the idea being that you can put it in your backpack or kind of like keep it around your house.
Okay. Well, my understanding of why you find this at Tokyo versus other resorts is that gift giving is a very large part of the dynamics of travel and vacationing is bringing gifts when you return. So therefore, this is a way of gift wrapping or being the gift itself. So that's always been my understanding, going back to when I used to spend my summers with girls from Japan here learning English in the States. That was the way that it was explained to me as to why you saw many more of these kind of like, it's almost like a decorative gift bag, right? In a
Yes.
way, like we would buy at a Hallmark store or something, but it's cloth. So that is my understanding. It's kind of a dual use in that way. For me, I love these kind of drawstring bags for travel. I know packing cubes are a big thing that people like. I like colorful drawstring bags. I put them in my carry-on, and I'll have one, like, my Tokyo bag will have my snacks, while my other bag will have my electrical, that kind of thing. So that way, when I kind of am peeking underneath the seat, I can easily see what it is I want to grab out. So that's what they've been for me. But they always have such beautiful ones over there.
They do.
And I would be way more apt to bring these home regularly, like my friends bring home Mickey ears, if they had these in the States, because they take up less space and I have more uses for them. So
I get that. I get that.
you could you could use them in your drawer to separate out your socks, right? You could put your colored socks in one, your white socks in another, and just open up the bag and pull them out. All sorts of things. Bras in one, underwear in another. You can
Right.
do all kinds of fun things that you could do with them once you had them home. And then whenever you opened up your drawer, you'd get that little dose of Disney. Okay, there's my pitch. My pitch for drawstring bags in the States. Oh.
I love it.
Over at Arribas Brothers, some Haunted Mansion items have popped up.
Yeah, lots of Haunted Mansion stuff right now because obviously it's the spooky season and we're getting ready for everything, creepy and haunted. But I was really, really impressed with the etching on these. I hadn't thought about something like a glass collection or even like a cocktail glass. These are gorgeous.
And these are limited edition, the set of 3 that you're looking at. And so only 999 happy sets available, apparently. So $99 for the set. And you have the hitchhiking ghosts in the set of each set of 3 glasses. I see. So there's 6 characters in the design, and they have 2 different sets of 3 glasses. So be sure to check that out if you are at Arribas Brothers in Walt Disney World. It's in a neat casket too. Check that out. Wow.
Yeah, so it's great to display and to use, like it makes for a very interesting. You don't like this season, Bloom?
Bloom, I'm with you. I am eagerly awaiting October 31st having come and gone, and we can move on to the next one. I have other friends who think that the Halloween season is cut way too short by the people who at midnight want it to be Christmas. But yeah, no, I'm not a Halloween person. I'm a Halloweenie is what I am. Let's see, moving on, the Disney Designer Collection. We talked a little bit about this last week. Who arrived today?
Today we have the Queen of Hearts. And I love her outfit, but she is looking mean.
Yeah.
They really captured the essence of her personality. Like you can feel how, I don't know. I don't know what word I'm looking for. You can feel it though through this doll. So quite impressive there.
I like this little heart at the neckline on her dress, and the beautiful roses throughout it. Oh, Bloom likes the Nutcracker. Maybe I should check that out one of these years, the Nutcracker. I've never been I like the music, but I've never bothered to check out the legitimate tale.
I was gonna say, do you mean the ballet? Because that's what I'm familiar with. The
I have
ballet.
any version. I've never checked out any version of the Nutcracker. I only know its melodies from having heard them over the years or learning how to play them on the piano or whatnot, but never actually dived into the reality of the I do know the story. Oh, you know what? I take that back. I saw the hip hop one that they did for, I want to say it was on Disney Plus, maybe. They did a hip hop version of the Nutcracker that I really enjoyed. So maybe I should check out the legitimate version, the classic. I should make the other one sound like it's not legitimate. The classic.
The classic, yeah.
Speaking of classic, Winnie the Pooh is making his way to the Disney store and a variety of items. Some are super adorable.
And some have us scratching our heads.
Right? Okay, we have a debate on our team about this one because I suspect your husband fall into the camp of it should be written out 100. HUNDRED.
I mean, anytime I've written a post, I have written it out 100.
Yeah, 101 like this, that belongs to the Dalmatians, right? And
right.
That's the live action version, because the classic version, you write it out.
Mm-hmm.
When you're talking about the one with Glenn Close, then you use the numerals.
You do the 101, yeah.
But this looks just so funny to me for so many reasons. Because of that, on the map, acre is spelled incorrectly on the little map at the beginning of the movie. So the fact that it's not written out 100, acre is spelled correctly, but then honey is misspelled.
Right. Well, but I mean, that's how Pooh references honey, right? Like anytime you've seen a honey jar. So yes, that is correct in the world of Winnie the Pooh.
But so should the top. It's like if you're gonna have the top be, then you know what I mean? It's like match them.
Yeah.
So right now it's mix and match, but they have a lot of adorable items. On this jacket, really big on the arms.
Yes.
The Pooh over there. Aw.
Yeah, I love the front, and I love that they have their signatures, or by each character. I think that's really, really fun.
And a big adorable group hug too, man.
Yes.
There is something super sweet always about Winnie the Pooh and Friends. I should have grabbed it in the other room. I have a sweatshirt I bought back in 96 with Winnie the Pooh and Friends on it, and the sleeves down here with the cuff is the ribbing. It's all falling apart, but the shirt itself is so pretty, and I love the design on it so much that I can't bring myself to get rid of it. Maybe one of these days I'll turn it into a pillow or something.
Yeah.
Yes, Kyle, 100 is different from 100.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It's true.
Yeah, I like this this pullover that we're showing here. Very 90s, like absolutely 90s vibes coming from that. And I think the artwork, like the way that Winnie the Pooh and Friends are presented, is kind of from that, like, you know, what was it? Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Yes.
Thank you.
Rumbly tumbly climbing a honey tree. Yep.
That's Kyle's favorite part in the song. That right
part.
there. Yeah.
No, it's the best part. Of course. He is absolutely right. Yep. My sister loves the episode. My sister's favorite episode. I can't tell you how many times I've seen it because of that. It's the one where Eeyore is like sitting off by himself and they're all worried about how lonely and sad Eeyore must be. But then they discover that it's a place he likes to go because it's so pretty with the sunset and different aspects of it. And they all are, it's so cool because I love the fact that as a little kid, it gave you the notion that just because your friend is off by themselves doesn't necessarily mean that they're, like super sad and isolated. And so it was a nice way of, especially within the character of Eeyore, the one who you always think of as so moody and so whatever, the fact that he had this nice little thoughtful spot of his own over there. It's one of my sister loves it, but I also appreciated its message. How cute is Winnie the Pooh here examining the little honeybees?
I know. And then you got the bees flying around on the sweater as well, or the shirt as well, with the little trails of where they flew from.
No, I loved this bucket hat. First of all, I'd not seen a crocheted bucket hat. So that was kind of a new element to me, but this is totally floppy and adorable. And I was like, I'm going to have to go. I mean, I would love to be able to see this in person. One of the things I missed about the fact that Disney Store does not have brick and mortar is you'd see it here and then you could go and you could touch it and feel it. And
so this hat kind of is giving me bedsheet vibes.
Yeah,
And not saying I wouldn't wear it or that it
no,
isn't a good hat,
but
but
it does.
I'm like definitely getting those kids bed sheet vibes from the little blue and white lines or the
Yeah,
blue lines on the white background.
totally. Speaking of hats, before I forget, this one is thanks to Roosevelt's. So thank you, Roosevelt's, for my cap. Look, it's cool. It's got a little Mickey on it, red on the top, blue underneath. Nice little design there. So I want to make sure to thank our friends over at Roosevelt's. Continuing with this is so very Japan to me. So I'm excited to see it here. So cute.
Yes. It is very, very cute. It kind of reminds me of, I think it's probably downstairs. Kind of reminds me of the Yoda backpack that I have. You know, like
Was there like an era, like a little phase when they were doing this here? Because
I feel
I
like
feel like right now I could put my hands on an enormous Stitch head plush backpack.
yes, yes. I think yeah, it kind of I don't know. I don't know dates and times, but I do feel like character type like bears and giraffes and like pig faces, all of that stuff, animals. I feel like that was probably something that was happening in the early 2000s, like the very fuzzy bags. I can picture it then, but maybe that's all just, me me being a little bit younger for my age than
Yeah, and this is another one where the brick and mortar, I would like to see what is the spacing like on this. Is it all
yes.
the way, is it only the bear, or does the opening extend into the honey pot? Or were they clever and you have differing sized, pockets. So
No,
maybe,
you bring up a good point because some of these, it looks like, oh, you're going to have tons of room in that. And then, yeah, like, and we don't know about this one for sure, but you might open it and yes, it's just like enough to fit a wallet and maybe your phone.
yeah, you're just never quite sure when it comes to a plush backpack, how much of it is going to be accessible. Because I would love to be able to like shove stuff down in the arms, right? I could wad up a few bills and shove it in there. So I have a little bit of extra change if it need be. What a bright uh, pajama pairing.
I know. I like the colors, like you're saying, bright. And I think it's fun. This is for adults. So,
I think
you
the sleep
gotta be a
shirt
little
is my
playful.
jam. This is
Okay.
more
I
my
think
jam.
I would probably wear the set.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah. No. When I'm getting ready for bed, I tend to look for something a little bit more subdued. Most of my night clothes lean in that pastel or black.
okay.
I'm not going for
You're
purple.
like you're like, I want simple or subtle.
Yeah. Nope. That tends to be me when I'm heading to sleep. I remember Gideon. Somebody bought Gideon. My son. For those of you who may just be watching. Oh, you know what? I can take this banner off. Don't need to have it up there for forever. Somebody bought him pajamas that would glow in the dark. I think they said Star Wars, but he's so light sensitive that he couldn't sleep, so he'd wear them backwards.
Oh no.
Because it was too bright.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
stupid. I always thought that was the funniest thing. And then Teddy Bear Day
I
with
know.
Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh.
Christopher Robin looks a little different than I'm used to, but I like the concept of the Teddy Bear Day pin.
Okay, I was thinking the same thing, so I'm glad you said something. I
Yeah.
think he looks
Yeah.
more
His
youthful.
maybe that's what it is. His eyes seem really big, and maybe that's also kind of what's throwing me.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. This is too cute though. The big bear hug. Over oh man, okay, so Marshall, I call him our pop culture correspondent. He keeps me informed on all things pop culture that I'm too old to be in the know on, to be frank. Pleasing. This is a Harry Styles beauty and apparel brand. I learned that from Marshall, who wrote this up for us. So
Yeah, I hadn't heard of it. I know who Harry Styles is. I like his music. Casually, I'm not like I can't tell you anything more than what watermelon sugar. So and watch, that's probably even wrong. But
don't know. But
So yeah, quite
there's a
interesting.
Disney Fantasia line coming out. That is so neat.
It's very, very neat, and I like the aesthetic of the advertisements too, or how they're promoting it on their website with these, like, the floating clothes and accessories. Like, yeah, you kind of feel like you're being swept up into something magical. So that's really, really cool.
So if you're a Harry Styles fan, you probably already knew this was coming. But if you're a Disney fan, we want to make sure that you know that Fantasia by Pleasing, which is his beauty and which is Harry Styles' beauty and apparel line, is coming in a pop-up dynamic in select stores on September 28th. So just 4 days from now in Disney Springs, Florida, Houston, and I feel like there was one other location, but nope, just Disney Springs, Florida, and Houston. Right? Am I getting that right?
There's going to be one in NYC and then also the London Disney store. So
okay,
Disney,
so
yes, those Disney stores.
And then it's going to come to Disney Store
online, yes,
online in October. So
yes,
be paying attention. Look, this up here, this t-shirt, it says hippos and alligators dance of, and I'm gonna say, I know it's going to say the hours. So I'm curious what else is on there. And then we've got the hippo from that sequence over on the sweatshirt, and I can't tell for sure if that's a hippo or a rhino.
Yeah.
Over here, because I feel like there were rhinos in that sequence too, right? Or was it only hippos? And I'm filling in additional critters on my own memory.
I mean, hippos are the only thing that come to my mind, but I have only seen Fantasia maybe 3 times. So
and oh, you know what? Yeah, because there's a bow on the top. And then I love this pose of Mickey where he's gotten busted.
Yes.
Is on the tote bag, because that is just the cutest little oops, I'm guilty, let me melt. This is like the original disappear into the shrub.
Yep. Yep.
See that happening. So with
exactly.
Homer. Yeah, totally. Okay. So there you go. So that's Fantasia by Pleasing. Journeying into the Disney Plus realm of merchandise. Some Agatha All Along has appeared.
Yes, the Disney Plus early access is up now at Disney Store. So if you are a Disney Plus subscriber, you have first access to purchase these items. And then I believe on the 26th it opens to everybody. There's 8 items in the collection. I like the colors. I feel like this collection is missing something, or the items that we have available to us right now are missing something. I don't know what, but I wasn't impressed to the point where I'm like, I want to purchase any of this stuff.
Hi, Adrian. Thanks for stopping by. I will say, okay, I have not watched Agatha because it's not my cup of tea. The ads do not appeal to me, just not. And so this line, based upon what I've seen in the ads, this line reads more juvenile to me than the story does. So
yes.
That's kind of what my take was when I was looking at the merchandise. I do like with this sweatshirt that you can't easily make out that it has kind of that knotted, warped tree that's all spooky that people like this time of year. But I feel like the cameo here reads inexpensive,
it
doesn't read well, and it might look better in person. Sometimes things don't photograph well, but it doesn't read in the kind of the way that the show, to me, the show feels very I don't know, mature.
Yes.
And so that, like I say, that feels to me like what you would give a little kid versus what an adult.
Yes.
An adult cameo. It doesn't feel like an adult cameo. It feels like a kid's cameo.
I would agree with that.
But the line on this t-shirt is hysterical. I survived the Witch's Road and all I got was this t-shirt and an existential crisis. I do. I do find the humor. They're adorable, and I did like the design. This felt like to me more like the show vibe
Yes.
than many of the other items in the collection. But this was a preview, so usually, that's kind of like a first look.
Yes.
So
And I
they
gotta
don't
say,
wanna do spoilers, right? They want to make sure that they protect all their secrets with the initial line. So
well, and you will have fans who want to purchase items from the show, like, before they watch it or right after they watch it. So,
mhm.
the fact that they do have some items available, I think I think it's smart.
Yep.
And, yeah, you're like, "Yeah, let me get in on this now." So
And you can jump up into that next price point and authenticity level with um, RockLove, right? Or with other,
yes.
brands out there. So many partnerships now. Disney doesn't just only, do stuff in house like we saw Pleasing do
Yes.
the Fantasia line, but here RockLove is diving into the tale of Agatha Harkness with a collection of jewelry. Becca, what do you what I guess you can introduce these pieces to people because I have no
Well,
knowledge.
yeah. So these, I mean, it's like super minor spoilers because this is all in the first 2 episodes. But in Agatha All Along, we meet 4 other witches. So these necklaces that we're looking at are inspired by what they wear or their personalities. So this is the Alice is her name. This is the Alice necklace. And then that one yeah, sorry. I will say this is probably my favorite of the pieces here. And on the website, I don't like how it's photographed. Like, it's very bright orange, but you've got a white background. So here, and then even on the model who wears it, it's much more like, you can see that it's uh, that transparent like color there. And
More of an amber? Is it more of
yes,
an amber to it than it is a
yes,
bright, like pumpkiny orange? Is that what you're
yes.
saying? Okay.
And I like that a lot. So yeah, that's the Alice necklace
Which
there, and
which
then
which actor? Do you remember which actor is this?
I yes, I know who it is. I don't remember her name, and I
Okay,
don't want to
no worries.
generalize too much.
No,
But
it's okay. How about
this
this
I
one?
can. I know it's shame on me. This is the Jennifer necklace,
That's pretty.
and this character is played by I want to say it's I say Sheer Zamata is
Okay.
is her name. Yeah, so she's kind of the like potions person. The
Okay.
top unscrews if you want, so you can
Oh,
yeah
fun.
you can separate the pieces.
I love that about RockLove. They do a lot of fun, like articulation or movement within their pieces, so they're more than they appear often. Ooh, this is striking.
Yeah, this is the Lilia necklace. This is Patty LuPone's character, and she's kind of that divination, that seer
Okay,
person.
they've
I
got that
really like
melting.
that, like the quartz, the clear quartz and pearlescent resin is what Rock Love describes this as.
Okay.
So while it's too much of an image for me to have on a necklace. Like,
Hmm.
I wouldn't wear this with anything. I do like how it looks. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. No, this feels like deliberate cosplay, deliberate bounding, that type of you're not. This isn't to me. This doesn't feel kind of in the vein of their other things that are like a pop culture nod in my
Mhm.
day-to-day jewelry. This really feels like, as you say, a replica piece.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah, this little dagger here is inspired by Rio, played by Aubrey Plaza.
okay.
So, yeah, she's a little mysterious. She has it out for Agatha, but there's something that's kind of keeping the two of them from, like, being able to destroy each other. So,
Gotcha. Ooh, I like the
yeah.
colors on this one. It's a brilliant green coming through on the screen, and a mixture of metals as well. You have some
Yes.
gold tone and silver tone. So enjoy that. And then each one of these has a unique chain element to it as
Yes.
well. You're not just looking at the simple kind of a simple silver chain or simple. They each one have some ornamentation within the chain. So if you are a Agatha All Along fan or in pop culture in general and looking for some jewelry, we recommend stopping by RockLove. They have a variety within the pop culture genre, whether it's Disney, Star Trek, Pokemon, Dungeons and Dragons,
Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, all kinds of dynamics. You can find some really beautiful jewelry there. The artisanship on them is impressive. I've purchased several items from them. My friend Anita has purchased even more from them, and she's always remarking on their stability. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's what kind of struck me, because she's a runner, so she does a lot of jogging, a lot of working out with her RockLove, and it's held up well under such dynamic, because she likes to look good while she's out there. So I get it.
Absolutely. Do you have the Agatha necklace in the photos?
Let me see if I may have forgotten it. So let me pull it up. There is it. This one?
Yeah, it's just that one. I just figured I was like, I do want to touch on this. This is that cameo again, and compared to what we were looking at on the ears, and obviously a piece of jewelry is going to be different than an ear headband that you're wearing, or like even the pin. You can see there's kind of these, like, it's the same thing, but in a variety of styles, to be handled differently, I guess you will, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah. Yeah,
and so
I love the antique gold look on the.
Yes,
they call it. It is artisan brass, but
yes,
it's kind of that aged gold look.
Yeah, and this does open, although I don't think there's much, like, you maybe could fit a photo in there or just leave it. It does open, so you do have that articulation, but you're not going to be storing anything inside. But yeah, I think this is quite lovely. And as Rebecca said, it's artisan brass. All of these necklaces are artisan brass, and then they're finished in either silver or in or gold plated. So, and each of them have a 22-inch extends to 22-inch chain. So you can go from 20 to 22 inches to find that custom fit for you.
Now, that's another thing I really appreciate about RockLove is oftentimes the way that their chains are designed. You can have a shorter or longer length, or longer length with their designs. So so be sure to check them out. But they also have rings and earrings. They aren't only necklaces.
Yeah, for this Agatha collection, it's just necklaces. But yes, on the whole, they have so many other jewelry styles to fit all of your fandoms.
Yep. And stay tuned to them, because I suspect with some of the other franchises out there, you're going to see a few more items from them as the holiday season rolls around. Let's see. Over in the Star Wars universe and specifically Lego, this is an enormous set, Becca.
Yes, this is one of those ultimate collector sets, I think. UCS, maybe I'm saying that wrong. This is not for the faint of heart, and this is not for kids. This is definitely designed for the adult collector. I think this is awesome.
I want to say it's like 4,900 pieces, almost 5,000 pieces, as I recall. Right?
3,900, almost
3,900. Okay, so I threw an extra 1,000 in there. 3,900, almost 4,000.
Still, though, I mean, at this point, what is an extra 1,000?
And a plethora of minifigs. You're quite a bit comes with this skiff.
And I love that there's like all of these moving parts to it, or I shouldn't say moving parts, but you have you can utilize it. It's not just a display piece. You open it and then there's more to discover inside. It's very well thought out.
So R2-D2 is serving drinks as he was in this sequence aboard the sail barge. You have a Jabba the Hutt Big. You have Bib Fortuna. You have Max. I'm guessing that's Max Rebo. You have Leia in her outfit that she was wearing on board the slave barge. So, and even the nasty little rat figure whose name I believe is Salacious Crumb.
Yes, Salacious B Crumb. Don't forget the B.
I forgot the B. So yeah, the Jabba's sail barge. The price is of what, $4.99?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And
So
it's
definitely collectible.
yes. I think you can get it. Lego Insiders can get it starting October 3rd, and then it'll be available to everyone else October 6th. Right now, I think it's only going to be on the Lego website, but I wouldn't be surprised if this shows up on Amazon and all the other retailers, possibly even Disney Store, which of course, if it does, we will let you know.
Yep.
But
there you go. And with that, we are at the shopping list. And Becca, double check that I pulled up the right one.
yes, you did. Yeah. So we have new arrivals at Disney Store. Yes, we've talked a lot about Disney Store, but if you want some slippers or you need some cute pajamas and some fun t-shirts for the whole family, some artwork, there's a lot to check out over at Disney Store and more coming later this week. Alex did a review of the Inside Out 2 home releases, like the 4K UHD discs and the Blu-ray and the DVD. And so he said that it's a perfect thing for families to make core memories. But yeah, if you want to know how that transitions from the big screen to something that you can watch at home, Alex has reviewed that for us. We did talk about some of the Tokyo Disneyland or the Tokyo DisneySea merchandise, but we also have other articles about some other collections. There's a Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters collection, and then there's also their new nighttime show, their Reach for the Stars. There's a collection for that as well, and we've got all the photos. Every once in a while, we will feature Loungefly and Funko items that we love. We just have an ongoing updated post for those, so check those out and see what's new across the internet. There's Searchlight Pictures. They have teamed with I spelled hero wrong. I'm so sorry. It's Hiro, Hero Clark, and these are just very simplistic t-shirts, but they're inspired by some of Searchlight's best films, I guess, right? Not so much a merchandise thing, but if you are visiting Disney Springs, there's an autumn photo pass option right now, and that is you don't need to make a reservation, but if you want to purchase some lovely photos of you and your family enjoying fall at Disney Springs, go check that out. We've also updated our sketchbook ornaments article because there's new items joining that all the time. And then Mondo, they have a new Spider-Man figure, and that is debuting soon. I believe we got pre-orders, and they're going to do an unboxing video on YouTube, or live stream on YouTube, right after our show. Not anything to do with our show, but if you're already watching us, head on over to the Mondo channel and check out the new Spider-Man figure. And then finally, Mike C has some Star Wars Lego unboxing videos to check out and reviews of some the actual toy types, not the I'm building this to display it because I spent way too much time making this. No, these are for you to enjoy building and then playing with.
And I think in some cases are inspired by the recently launched Disney Plus series that was there. I think a few of them harken back to that recent drop. Geo coming in to let everybody know that our Triple Show Tuesday is going to conclude with Disney Trivia Live tonight. So episode Doobie's called Eras. So be sure to stop by here 7:30 p.m. Pacific for some Disney quiz fun. If you missed it this morning, Kyle and Doobie were talking about kind of the latest headlines at the time and having, just Disney chit chat like you do in the morning. If you missed it this morning, hit the button so that way you get told when we are live, and you can drop in on the Disney banter and join in the chat and have some fun. So with that, Becca and I will say see you next time. Bye.